Vietnam, a land of bustling cities and digital potential, has become a graveyard for international super apps. Gojek, Uber, Baemin, Foodpanda, these so-called giants all entered with high hopes only to retreat in defeat. Why did these giants fall? What lessons can we learn from their failures? This video will explore the challenges of conquering the Vietnamese market, examining the specific cases of these fallen giants. We will analyze the competitive landscape, the role of local startups, and, most importantly, consumer preferences. The rise and fall of these apps offer valuable insights for both entrepreneurs and investors. Understanding the dynamics of this market is crucial for anyone looking to navigate the promising yet treacherous world of Vietnam's tech scene. At first glance, Vietnam seems like fertile ground for super app dominance. High mobile phone penetration, a young population, and a rapidly growing economy, these factors paint a picture of a digital goldmine. International investors, lured by the promise of a thirsty Southeast Asian market, poured money in. But beneath this veneer of opportunity lies a complex reality. Vietnamese consumers are savvy and price-conscious. They are loyal to local brands and accustomed to a certain way of doing business. International companies, often blinded by their global ambitions, failed to grasp these nuances. The Vietnamese market is not for the faint of heart. It demands adaptation, localization, and a deep understanding of local customs. Those who underestimate these factors do so at their own peril. Vietnam, with a population of over 98 million and a median age of just 32, has always been seen as a market full of potential for technology businesses. In particular, internet usage has skyrocketed from 37% in 2013 to 78.59% in 2023, according to the Ministry of Information and Communications. These figures have attracted the attention of investors and technology companies globally. However, the reality is not as rosy as the figures suggest. Many super apps, backed by foreign giants, have launched with the goal of dominating the market in recent years. However, the number of names that continue to stand is minimal. Gojek, the Indonesian ride-hailing and food delivery giant, entered Vietnam in 2018 with much fanfare. Armed with deep pockets and a proven track record, it seemed Gojek was poised for success. However, Gojek quickly realized that Vietnam was a different beast altogether. Competition in the ride-hailing market was fierce, with Grab, the Singaporean giant, holding a dominant position. Gojek struggled to gain a foothold, its brand recognition dwarfed by Grab's ubiquitous green presence. Gojek also faced difficulties in adapting its platform to the local market, particularly in areas like payment integration and user experience. Despite its best efforts, Gojek failed to make significant inroads. Ultimately, it merged with Go2, another Indonesian tech giant, signaling a strategic retreat from the Vietnamese battlefield. Uber, the global ride-hailing pioneer, learned a similar lesson. Despite arriving in Vietnam before Grab, Uber struggled to replicate its global dominance. Grab's aggressive localization strategy, coupled with its deep understanding of the Vietnamese market, proved too much for Uber to handle. Grab's focus on motorbike taxis, the preferred mode of transport for many Vietnamese, gave it a significant edge over Uber, which initially focused on cars. Grab also invested heavily in building relationships with local drivers and understanding their needs. In 2018, after years of battling for market share, Uber threw in the towel, selling its Southeast Asian operations to Grab. The move highlighted the challenges of competing against a well-funded and localized competitor. The food delivery market proved to be another graveyard for international players. Baemin, the South Korean food delivery giant, entered Vietnam with high hopes, aiming to capitalize on the country's love for food. However, Baemin soon realized that winning over Vietnamese stomachs was no easy feat. The Vietnamese food delivery market had become crowded with established local players like Now, which was later acquired by Shopee and Loship. These companies had a deep understanding of local tastes and preferences and had built extensive networks of restaurants and delivery partners. Baemin also faced challenges in replicating its successful marketing strategies from South Korea. Vietnamese consumers, bombarded with promotions from various apps, proved less receptive to Baemin's branding and quirky marketing campaigns. Business operations, tides rise and fall. Baemin began penetrating the Vietnamese market in 2019, when investment capital for startups was expanding and the economic situation was growing steadily. Those things are also for the parent company to play big when large animals enter the Vietnamese market, causing Baemin to emerge as a difficult competitor to Grab or Shopee Food. However, marketing or branding is just the beginning. What keeps users with an application is their business process, their actions. In terms of business, with a large capital investment, Baemin is willing to reduce discounts for restaurants to compete with competitors. In 2019 and 2020, it is not difficult to find ways to post articles of restaurants looking to get on Baemin. In terms of operations with a large amount of investment capital, Baemin in the first phase is also ready to award rewards to attract technology drivers and operate services in many provinces and cities. In 2023, after 4 years of struggling to gain a foothold, Baemin announced its withdrawal from the Vietnamese market, citing intense competition and a challenging economic environment. Foodpanda, the German food delivery service, also tried its luck in the Vietnamese market, only to retreat after a relatively short stint. Like its international counterparts, Foodpanda faced an uphill battle against established local competitors and a discerning customer base. Foodpanda's strategy relied heavily on discounts and promotions to attract customers. While this approach generated some initial buzz, it proved unsustainable in the long run. The company struggled to build brand loyalty and differentiate itself in a crowded market. Foodpanda's exit from Vietnam highlighted the challenges of relying solely on a cash-burning strategy to gain market share. In a competitive market like Vietnam, sustainable success requires more than just deep pockets. The stories of Gojek, Uber, Baemin and Foodpanda all point to a common thread: the danger of burning money as a primary growth strategy. These companies, flush with venture capital, entered the Vietnamese market with a bang, launching massive discount and promotion campaigns to attract customers. While this approach can be effective in the short term, it is rarely sustainable. Vietnamese consumers, accustomed to competitive pricing, are quick to switch allegiances when better deals arise. This creates a race to the bottom, where companies burn through cash in a futile attempt to buy loyalty. The cash-burning strategy also creates an uneven playing field, disadvantaging local startups who often lack access to such funding. While some argue that this is simply the nature of competition, others question the long-term consequences for Vietnam's tech ecosystem. Amidst the wreckage of fallen giants, Vietnamese startups have emerged as the true winners. Companies like GSM, B Group, the ride-hailing and food delivery platform, have successfully navigated the complexities of the Vietnamese market, outmaneuvering their international rivals. B Group's success can be attributed to its deep understanding of local needs and preferences. The company tailored its platform to the Vietnamese market, offering features like motorbike taxis, cash payments, and Vietnamese language support. B Group also focused on building a strong brand that resonated with Vietnamese consumers. Its marketing campaigns often featured local celebrities and emphasized the company's commitment to the Vietnamese community. The success of B Group and other local players highlights the importance of localization and a deep understanding of the Vietnamese market. It also demonstrates the potential for local companies to thrive in the face of global competition. The retreat of international super apps has created new opportunities for local businesses in Vietnam. With less competition from deep-pocketed giants, local companies now have more space to innovate and grow. This is particularly true in sectors like food delivery and e-commerce, where local players are now better positioned to cater to the specific needs of Vietnamese consumers. Local companies have a home court advantage in understanding the tastes, preferences and cultural nuances of the local population. The Vietnamese government has also recognized the importance of supporting local businesses. It has implemented policies aimed at fostering a more level playing field and promoting the growth of the local tech sector. The future of Vietnam's tech ecosystem is bright, with local companies poised to play a leading role in shaping the digital landscape. The lessons learned from the failures of international giants will serve as valuable lessons for the next generation of Vietnamese entrepreneurs. The experiences of Gojek, Uber, Baemin and Foodpanda offer valuable lessons for any company looking to enter the Vietnamese market. First and foremost, localization is key. Understanding the nuances of local culture, consumer behavior and market dynamics is essential for success. Second, building a strong brand that resonates with Vietnamese consumers is crucial. This requires more than just translating your app into Vietnamese. It demands an understanding of the values, aspirations, and cultural references that resonate with the local population. Third, sustainable growth requires more than just deep pockets. While discounts and promotions can attract customers in the short term, building long-term loyalty requires offering a superior product or service that caters to the specific needs of the Vietnamese market. Finally, never underestimate the power of local competition. Vietnamese entrepreneurs are hungry, innovative, and deeply connected to their local market. Any company looking to succeed in Vietnam must be prepared to compete on a level playing field.